Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Now, in one of our previous videos, we spoke about how to clean and organize data. But the challenge over there becomes is when we go and do these things manually, like fixing the names, standardizing formats, removing duplicates, it just becomes too much time consuming. But what if I told you that all of that could be automated using AI formulas which require no coding, no complex Excel macros, just simple English? So in today's video, we are going to cover exactly that. That is how to use Clay's formula generator to clean up your data like a pro. That too in just a few clicks. Now, say for example, you have a data that looks something like this, wherein the standardization of the industries, the locations is not done. There are certain full names, company names that are still not in the proper format, like say all of them are caps or all of them are in lowercase. So, how do I clean this data? And as you can see, there are other details that are say blank. I don't have the company's website. I don't have the email ID of this particular person also. So there are certain details that are even missing. How do I do or how do I make this or convert this into complete data using Clay is what we're going to cover today. So we'll quickly jump onto Clay, wherein the first step that we can do is by clicking on import CSV, wherein we'll quickly drop in our file, and once it gets uploaded, we'll add it to a new table. So it just takes a couple of seconds over here to create that particular data table. Once I've imported, now I'll show you how to use the formula generator. So I'll quickly move on and explain how to use the formula generator. Now, as you can see over here, my data is loaded. What I'll do is I'll just quickly click on view all enrichments. And over here, there is an option called as use formula. This is the formula generator that Clay offers, wherein I'll just share a couple of example prompts that they have shared over here. Is if I want to say extract a domain from an email ID, I can do that. If I want to split certain text by a particular delimiter like comma or so, I can do that as well. And I can do any other thing that I want using custom formulas that I can create using Clay. So over here, the first thing that we want to do is we want to standardize say the locations. So what I can do is I can simply say split. And now to ensure that I'm selecting a particular column, all I need to do is add a slash. And location is the column that I want to standardize. But how do I want to standardize it? Say right now in the format that I have is the city, the state, and the country. So how would I want it is split location by comma and give me the city only. So if you see I'm writing plain English over here as to what I want, and I'll just simply click on generate formula, and what it's going to do is it will create a formula and it gives me an output also that is this exactly what I'm looking for or not. So if this output is correct, I'll just quickly click on save formula and I have it right here. So my city column gets modified and I have just the cities that I'm looking for. Similarly, say for example, I want to standardize the industries. Now, as you can see over here, there is apparel and fashion, there is a retail apparel and fashion, and there are multiple other categories which I would want to say standardize. So to do this, I'll again go to the use formula and I'll quickly type in the prompt that I'm looking for. So in this case, I want to standardize the industries. So I'll write standardize the industries in the, again, I'll add the column that's the industry column by clubbing similar industries. For example, say there is retail apparel and apparel and fashion, which I would want to club into just apparel and fashion. So I'll put up that prompt and I'll click on generate formula, and as you can see it will just take a few seconds to create that, and finally when I see the output, yes, it is converting retail apparel and fashion into apparel and fashion. So this is how it is standardizing. Now there will be multiple use cases as well other than this, like for example there is cosmetics and personal care product manufacturing. Now both of these are part of cosmetics, so I can highlight all the use cases that I want in terms of standardization over here, and it will create a complete formula based on that and give me an output. So over here it is not just helping me in terms of standardizing but also in terms of ensuring that I have a proper consolidation or clubbing also done. Now, similarly, say this is one example wherein we are either splitting text or standardizing. But what if I want to normalize something? normalize in terms of, say, the particular company name. Now, often when we see company names, there is private limited, Inc. LLP, or these sort of end notes that are there. How do I normalize this is very simple. I can again click on view all enrichment. I'll click on normalize and I have an option of normalizing the company name. Normalizing the company name one, we'll have to add the input. So I'll just put in the company name over there and I'll continue to add fields. Over here, I want to normalize what all things. That's the name of the company. I'll click on save and run the first 10 rows to see what is the output. So as you can see over here, we have the complete output wherein in this case, say the Inc., the private limited, this is all removed from the from the company name and it has normalized that. This helps us in terms of, say, standardizing the company names itself. So these are a couple of use cases that can be helpful for cleaning of the data. Further, I even spoke that how do I find or fill in the missing details. So for that, we can use their enriched company info, wherein we can add all sorts of company related details right from the company domain, their description to their competitor list, along with any other details that we are looking for. We can have the enriched person info wherein we can find that particular person's email IDs that includes personal and work email ID both. We can even summarize their entire LinkedIn profile. So this sort of is like a spreadsheet formula that has ChatGPT integrated in it, which understands the exact functions that we want it to do. So this is how you can use Clay's one generate formula feature and their enrich and extraction and normalizing features to have a complete clean dataset built. So this was about it for today's video. If you found this interesting and if this solves your problem, then please do like and subscribe to our channel for more such hacks. And thank you so much for watching this video.